The orc girl was born under a silent moonin. Her tribe's silence was a warning. Orcs believed that a loud birth meant a loud life. When warriors were born, they roared. When future mothers were born, they cried, strong and proud. But when Grokka entered the world, there was only wind. The midwives waited. The shaman listened. The fire cracked no cry. Came she lived. She breathed. She opened fierce golden eyes. But the silence stayed with her. Grokka grew tall and powerful. Her muscles formed early her tusks. Curved, sharp and proud, she trained with the young warriors and matched them strike for strike. She could carry 2 grain sacks when others carried 1. She could run across forest roots without stumbling. She should have been honored, but when she came of age, the spirits revealed their verdict: she would never carry a child. The shaman said her womb was like winter ground, strong but closed. The tribe did not shout at her. They did something worse. They stopped seeing her females, spoke of future. Sons, males, chose mates based on strength of blood. Grokka stood outside those circles, always outside during gatherings. She served meat. During festivals, she guarded the edge of camp. When births came, she stayed away one night during the summer choosing. A warrior named Dragoth laughed loudly. He lifted Nara into his arms and declared she would give him many sons. Then he looked toward Grokka. Better a sharp blade than an empty cradle. Laughter followed Grokka. Did not cry, orcs did not cry, but something inside her hardened into stone. Before dawn she leapt. She walked deep into the forest beyond the hunting paths. She wanted distance from songs she would never sing. She wanted silence that matched her own. Be midday, she found him. May human he lay against a fallen tree. Armor cracked side, bleeding, breathing. Shallowurks and humans were enemies. Their battles were long and bitter. Each child was raised on stories of the other. Grokka stared at him. One swing would end him. The tribe would praise her. His eyes opened. Fear flashed across his face, yet he did not reach for a weapon. Help, the word was broken, but clear. Grokka felt something strange. Not pity, not mercy. Choice. She lifted him. He was lighter than he looked. She carried him to an old cave once used for winter storage. She cleaned the wound, packed it with crushed leaves, forced water between his lips. For 3 days he drifted between sleep and pain. On the 4th he woke fully. My name is Aaron Shea, said nothing. He swallowed. Thank you, still nothing. But she did not leave. Days passed. He healed slowly. Humans spoke often, and he was no different. He told her of stone cities where towers touched clouds, of markets loud as battlefields, of ships that crossed endless water, of mothers who baked bread and fathers who mended roofs. Grokka listened while sharpening her blade. She had never imagined such a world. One evening he asked, "What is your name?" Grokka repeated it carefully. Strong name. She almost corrected him, almost said she was not strong in the way that mattered. Instead she nodded. He could stand. He did not run. He gathered wood. He cleaned the cave. He repaired a cracked spear shaft with careful hands. One morning he handed her a small wooden carving. An orc female, broad shoulders, proud. Stansit looked like hairy. Yushi frowned. He touched his own chest. No one had ever spoken those words. To her seasons shifted. Aaron stayed. Grokka allowed it. They hunted side by side. He was slower but clever. He set traps that required patience. Instead of power, he studied how she fought and adapted. Then war returned. Human soldiers marched into the forest in tight formation. Metal armor flashed between trees. Orc horns answered with thunder. Grokka joined the defense. Aaron watched with torn expression. That is your tribe, she said. Yes, will you fight them? He looked at Harry. Will fight for my home. The battle was brutal. Humans advanced with discipline. Orcs countered with fury. Many fell. Grokka saw young warriors cut down by coordinated strikes. She saw a mother shield her child with her own body rage, filled her lungs, ran beside her. He shouted human commands in their own tongue. He warned orcs of flanking maneuvers. He disrupted formations with thrown stones, and fire together they broke. The advance the humans retreated. Silence followed. Heavy and shocked orc warriors surrounded Eren. Weapons lifted. Grocker stepped in front of him. He fought with us. The chief approached you. Our human, yes, you betrayed your kind. I defended my home. Murmurs. Chief studied Grakeo. Protect him, Yaswai. She struggled for words. He sees me. The chief did not fully understand, but he saw the truth in her stance. Weapons lowered. Eren was allowed to remain under watch. He did not waste the chance. He helped strengthen walls using angled stakes. He showed healers how to stitch wounds cleaner. He taught younger warriors how humans signaled across distances. Respect grew slowly, but Suraligrika also changed. Orphan children from the battle lingered near her. They sensed strength without judgment. They asked her for stories. At first she resisted, then she began. She told tales of ancient orc heroes, of beasts defeated, of mountains climbed. The children listened, wide-eyed. They returned each night. Soon there were many. They slept near her fire. They sought her advice. They copied her stance while holding wooden swords. The shaman watched carefully. One evening the old orc approached. You cannot bear children. Graka stiffened. But you carry them all the same. She looked around at the small forms resting against her legs. The spirits did not deny you. They redirected you. Something long frozen inside her cracked ears. Past the tribe prospered, stronger defenses, smarter tactics, unity forged by shared survival. She had once told stories to grew into disciplined warriors. They called her mother without hesitation, not in mockery, not in pity. In honor. One quiet night she sat beside Eren, watching the tribe celebrate a harvest. You changed my fate, she said. He shook his head. You changed your own. I only stood beside you. She watched a young female teach smaller children how to hold a spear. Confidence bright in her eyes. I thought I was empty. Eren looked at her firmly. You were never empty. You were vast. They simply could not see it. She leaned against him. Forest wind moved through trees like distant applause. Silent moon that marked her birth no longer felt like a curse. It felt like the beginning of a different path. Graka was not remembered as the barren one. She was remembered as the shield mother, the warrior who united enemies, the heart that chose compassion without surrendering strength, and the human who once whispered help became the proof that sometimes the greatest power is not giving life, is choosing who deserves it. Asterisk